Alright, so we haven't done a straight up review-ish of the GPX in quite a while, but I'm at about 1 year of owning this bike, and I've got about 2,200 miles or so on it, and yeah, I enjoy riding this bike. I do not regret buying one. I mean, I've gone through and I've changed a lot of things on this bike. Like, I have the aftermarket ECU, I have WP forks and a WP shock on it. I got 2 sets of wheels, but that's kind of why I like the bike, is that I can throw as many Husky parts as I want on here, or as few as I want, and keep it all Chinese. Thus far, the bike has been working really phenomenally. The only breakdown I've had in the woods is when I broke my fuel barb. I was able to fix that myself, and it's been like this for the last 6 to 8 months without any issues. The engine's been really reliable. I haven't had any engine issues at all. The only thing I've done is change the oil, change the air filters, and I did check the valves before I did dyno tuning just to make sure that's good, and they were a little tight for a few of them, but nothing was bad and the bike was still running fine. I have switched some minor things out on the bike, like the handlebar inserts aren't great. Switch those out, it's helpful. The gas cap is a KTM cap. Kickstand ended up getting switched out because the previous one had a cross-threaded bolt, so I had to drill out the OEM one and put a new one on. I did break my chain guide in Utah. I broke my rear fender at some point last year. But I mean, it's all just little stuff from crashing the bike. And that's the other thing, is I've crashed this bike multiple times, and it takes it. It handles it. It's able to keep going. I lost track of the amount of times I've dumped this bike. I can't claim anything super cheap on here. There's stuff that's not done entirely right, but it's not super cheap. The only other thing that, from what I hear, they fixed is the wheel spacers for the front. I don't know if you can see, but on mine I have some extra washers down there because I'm actually using KTM wheel spacers. And that's because the GPX ones aren't the greatest, and they really seem to wear on bearings. I mean, I've argued with a few people over this, whether or not it's an issue, but the fact is I've gone through 3 sets of bearings on my front wheel in the last year, and that's just really weird to me. It feels like far too many bearings. The rear wheel has been 100% fine. I have still the stock bearings and everything, bearings and seals in the rear wheel. Stock chain, foot pegs, stock shifter. I mean, obviously I do have different radiator shrouds just because I cracked my other ones during a crash. Like, it's a dirt bike. I treat it like a dirt bike. I ride it around on trails. Sometimes it gets dumped. I'm not trying to baby it too much, but I do try to keep it up. So yeah, all in all, I would probably buy one again. I like the ability to customize these. I like how they're cheap. It seems to be a really reliable engine that hasn't given me any issues. And yeah, if you want to go crazy on these, you can go as crazy as you want. You can drop 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 in them and have some fun with it. Still be way less than a KTM while still having a good time. And that's, I don't know, that's all it's about to me. Just riding around, having a good time. I'm not trying to be the fastest guy out there, just trying to enjoy myself. So that said, let's go enjoy myself. Which, oh yeah, that's the other great part about this bike, is since it has this cool dual sport engine in it, I treat this thing like a dual sport. As you can see, I have dual sport tires on it right now. I'm just riding around town, commuting. I'll swap my front and rear tires with my trail tires, go out this weekend, not do anything else to the bike, and just go ride on the trails. Then I'll wash it off, throw these tires back on for the week, and commute it down during the week. And that's just because I like doing that. I have other motorcycles that I can ride, but I enjoy riding this one around town commuting. It's fun to ride these little bikes. But anyway, let's have some fun and just ride.